a very leafy suburban place, and the actual retreats are held at the Stillpoint practice, and the Stillpoint practice is a complementary therapy centre in Netherlands. That's what it boils down to, doesn't it? This opportunity to be carefree, to just take time out, to play, to get absorbed and to be creative.
Yes, and I think to experience yourself freshly, to find those well springs again in yourself of your creativity and your sense of ease and rest, with the hope that if you can feel and find it over those 5 days, you'll have your hand on the lever for how to find that in your own life when you go back home. The retreat is small enough to be intimate, personal, personalised. The workshop leaders can react and interact with each of the participants in a more intimate way.
Yes.
But it's also big enough
Yes.
that you can lose yourself in the group or be sparked or inspired by the different personalities in the group.
Whoever it is that's leading the workshop is actually relating with the participants, which we feel is important, and we've got a lot of experience around relational therapies and ways of working and wanting to make sure that the actual personhood of the individuals are taken into account.
Absolutely so.
We need to find refuge in our lives, and that the brain, our nervous system will benefit from having time away. And of course we can benefit from going on holiday, and we can benefit from going on retreats that are residential, but we can also benefit from having time away that's more accessible, that's more easy to do.
This ability to be able to play, focus, is so crucial, and that's a luxury, I think, to give ourselves the luxury of, of being absorbed. So you'd be in the retreat, you'd be learning new skills, you'd be exploring, being with yourself and being with people differently with the practitioners and the practices that we're going to offer, going away to your busy life, putting that into practice, and then coming back to recharge again the next day. So we saw it as being a very practical way, I think, of people learning to become more mindful, more restful, more spacious, more easy, more joyful. You're going away to come home to yourself more deeply. And we all talk about the idea of having a calm, restful, spacious place where we can withdraw internally. And many of us do practices that try and encourage that in ourselves or in our students. And we saw the non-residential retreat as a way of embodying and embedding that sense of retreat and refuge in the midst of your daily life. When we started thinking about having a non-residential retreat, we started talking about how mindfulness was central to everything one can do and what one does do, but that within that you could divide into looking at how the body works in a mindful way, how we can explore the way the mind functions and observes and interacts in a mindful way, and how we could play with our creativity but in a mindful way. To deepen our experience, it would be nice to offer 3 different retreats so that people could enter the retreat experience at the level or the place or the activity where they feel most called to explore or deepen or engage more fully.
The activities that we're offering are already on the participants' radar. They've already had a taste of Qigong, or they've already tried movement medicine.
What about someone who's never done Qigong or never done yoga? How would they feel?
On the Be Well Facebook page, So there are some kind of explanations in those little films, and people can get an insight into, for example, Qigong or movement medicine.
Yes, and I think the calibre of the teachers that we've got mean they can work with people who are experienced, who've got lots of understanding and many years in the bank of that particular practice, and people who are completely new to the practice. So we hope you've liked the sound and the look of this retreat, and if you would like to know more or get in touch with either Vicky or I, the details on how to do that will be up on your screens next. Giữa lòng đó sẽ